Hello, my fellow senators. My name is Annika Rouse, and first, I want to thank you for slating me for the Inclusion and Equity Coordinator position here at Cherry Creek High School. To know that you have faith in me to initiate change in such an important area in our school is truly an honor. How much focus and energy that a school puts in its inclusion and equity efforts is what can really differentiate them and put them on the map for promoting and the belonging theory. And that belonging theory is the theory of acceptance. Yes, every student needs to know that they are valued and welcome in our school. The process that I would follow if elected into this position is simple. I don't want to just talk about it though. I want to be about it. Thus, I'd like to implement what I call my ICE strategy. ICE stands for Identify, Create, and Execute. First, I will identify and reach out to underrepresented groups who, for the lack of any other reason, are considered different than the majority norm at our school. Second, I will create avenues to learn and capture their voices so that it is included and not ignored. I strongly believe that many times inclusion and equity issues happen because of lack of knowledge. We don't know what we don't know. So, having an executive leader focus in this area can help build the necessary bridges so every student has a safe haven here at Cherry Creek High School. And third, I will execute and help bring the forefront new activities and events that showcase that Cherry Creek understands and is putting resources and action behind inclusion and equity. I believe my ICE strategy, Identify, Create, and Execute, is a clear path and a solid vision for how, if elected, I can hit the ground running with inclusion and equity initiatives. I repeat, we identify the issues, we create opportunities to learn, and we execute a pathway forward. Fellow senators, as I close, and as you can see, I put a lot of thought into how I'd get the job done. I've not only expressed my interest and passion in being the inclusion and equity coordinator, but I've laid out a clear strategy, my ICE strategy. Again, identify, create, and execute. And this is basically how I jump right into things and get to work. One of my favorite presidents, John F. Kennedy, said, "It's not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." The same could be said about me. It's not what my school can do for me, but what I can do for my school. Fellow senators and future people of Creek, you can trust me with your vote. And as Jake would say, like a good neighbor, Annika is there. Thank you.
All right, Annika, we have a few questions for you. So first, as you know, Ms. Devitt will be the new activities director next year.
Yes.
So what steps will you take to ensure that this transition goes smoothly within Senate and within your position specifically?
So obviously when it comes to, new people being in charge of any sort of organization, it's always going to be hard. But for me, I feel like the most important part is going to be able to hear where she's coming from, but also to show her, what we've done here in Senate for years and years. And I feel like that'll make the transition a little bit easier. And also I'd love to have her hear some of my ideas in order to make that transition even better, even smoother, because at the end of the day, you have to be on the same page in order to, get things done and to get them to the place where you need them to be.
Awesome. So another question I have for you is, what is a problem that you see within Cherry Creek High School, and how will you use your position as student body inclusion and equity coordinator to address this problem?
So in this very, very big school, I feel like there is sort of a disconnect when it comes to many people of color in leadership positions. And I feel like, that's not okay, especially how big our school is. So I feel like, I want to be able to encourage those, or even minorities of any single race, pretty much to see that you can be in any point of leadership, if you wanted to. I feel like everyone brings everything to the table, and I feel like just because, even though Creek doesn't make it seem like a way that they're saying, just because of color of your skin you can't be there, but in a way it's not broadcasted to them. So I feel like, I'd be able to help incorporate that. Because, they want to see someone who looks like them doing that. So you need to have a person to look up to in order to do that and to get the confidence to do that. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Annika. Great.